Mr. Einstein. Mr. Einstein says there are 5 situations in life where you should not speak. Chupta better energy. So what are those 5 situations where it is best to stay quiet and not to speak anything? Okay, just watch the video.
If I were to remain silent, I'd be guilty of complicity. Having the ability to speak out one's viewpoint is an important human feature. In many circumstances, expressing our thoughts can be the most beneficial action we can take for ourselves and those around us. On the other hand, there are also moments when it is advisable to keep quiet, and it is equally important to recognize these situations. Therefore, in what situations should we refrain from speaking out? When is it appropriate to maintain silence? Number 1, when your judgment is clouded. Do you ever find yourself in a situation where you're struggling to think straight? Maybe you're feeling exhausted, or you've had a bit too much to drink, or you're overwhelmed with emotions like anger or anxiety. In these instances, it's important to hold your tongue. Think about it. If you speak before taking a moment to clear your head, you risk saying something you'll regret later. So, instead of letting your emotions or circumstances cloud your judgment, take a beat. Give yourself time to gather your thoughts and reflect on your perspective. And if, after some time, your ideas are still the same, go ahead and express them. But don't do it when your emotions or mental state are compromised. You'll be surprised at how much more effective and meaningful your words will be when they come from a clear and stable mind. Number 2, when your words will be hurtful. There are times when it's essential to take a step back and weigh the consequences of our words. If you're in a situation where your words are likely to do more harm than good, it's best to hold your tongue. It can be tempting to lash out and say what's on your mind, but it's important to remember that your words have the power to wound and leave lasting scars. So, before you speak up, ask yourself if what you have to say is really necessary. If it's not, it's better to keep quiet and avoid causing any unnecessary harm. And if you're feeling particularly upset, angry, or tired, it's even more critical to take a deep breath and reconsider your words before you let them escape your mouth. In these moments, silence truly can be golden. Number 3, when your opinion doesn't matter. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you feel the urge to voice your opinion, but deep down, you know it doesn't matter? It can be tough to bite your tongue, especially when our egos are on the line. But it's essential to recognize when our words are irrelevant and better left unspoken. Think about it. If you don't have enough information about a topic, or if others are clearly more knowledgeable, it's best to keep quiet. Your thoughts and opinions won't add any value to the conversation and may even detract from it. So, the next time you feel the pressure to speak up, remember this wise quote: silence is the best answer to someone who doesn't value your words. Save your words for situations where they'll actually make a difference. Number 4, when you don't have enough evidence. It's important to be mindful of the impact our words can have on others, especially when it comes to matters that affect their health and well-being. So when discussing sensitive topics, it's crucial to verify the information before sharing it. Otherwise, the consequences could be detrimental. Imagine you're talking to someone who is on the fence about using a new medication. They're weighing the potential benefits against the risks, and they're looking to you for guidance. If you carelessly bring up a story you heard about someone who supposedly had side effects from the same medication, you could steer the person in the wrong direction and cause them harm. That's why it's always better to be certain about the facts before sharing them, even if it means holding your tongue for a moment. Number 5, when asked not to speak. It's a tough pill to swallow when we realize that our opinion doesn't matter in certain scenarios. Our ego rebels against the thought of being asked to remain silent. But when faced with this request, it can be tempting to speak up, especially in work or other situations. But instead of succumbing to that urge, let's take a moment to reflect. Why are we being asked to hold our tongue? Could it be that there is a greater opportunity for us to listen and learn? These moments can be valuable growth opportunities if we're open to them. So let's resist the temptation to defend our opinions and embrace the chance to expand our understanding. If this video is helpful to you, please hit the like button and subscribe.
So there are 5 situations where silence is golden. This is great advice from Albert Einstein that whenever your judgment is clouded, जब हम सही ढंग से सोच नहीं पाते because of emotions, anger, irritation, getting, being tired, all of that. When your words are hurtful, आपको पता है कि आपको शब्दों से आप किसी को hurt कर सकते हो, तो उसको hold करिए because शब्दों से किसी की जिंदगी बन भी सकती है. It is a double-edged sword. It can make somebody or it can break somebody. When your opinion doesn't matter, so why waste your time? Do not spend your time where it is not, your opinion doesn't matter at all. If you don't have evidence about something, then don't just speak like that. हाँ ये ऐसे ही होता है, वैसे ही होता है. पता भी नहीं है यार हमें, ऐसे ही हम बोल रहे हैं. And when not asked to speak, when asked not to speak, कभी-कभी हमें कहा जाता है भैया silent रहो. So it's a good opportunity for us to listen and learn and understand. Okay. So this is a beautiful advice from Albert Einstein, and I think it can be very, very valuable in our life. So with this,